Hey there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It is 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm waiting to see. I'm pulling everything up. I'm waiting to see if anybody's on with me. Let's pull this guy up. All right. So if you're joining me, please say hello. And let me know if the lighting's any better. I messed with it and did some different settings. So hopefully, we got a tiny bit of glare right there, but hopefully it's better than last time. We'll see. Don't know. If not, I got 13 more settings to go through. Hey Gina, hey Pam. So, just waiting a little bit. Giving everybody a second to come on. So, lighting has always been my weakness, shall we say. Hey Serene, how are you? Hey Barbara! How are you, honey? So, oh my goodness. Hey Lise, how you doing? So, let's see. So hopefully the lighting's better. You think it is nice and clear. Outside, lighting, what are we talking about, Serene? I'm hoping it's better. Obviously this is plastic, so it's gonna glare, but I'm hoping it's better. We'll just see. I am really looking at, I wanna make sure that the color comes across. So, hey Pen, how are you, honey? Yeah, I bet you can, huh, Barbara? You can finally sit down for like 2.5 seconds, huh? So, I understand that life. I really do. I have an old dog too. I get it. So, good. I'm glad to hear it's better. It's never going to be perfect because that's just life, but I want it to be as good as I am capable of. So, we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, so for tonight, we're going to get started. Tonight, we're doing a torn effect card, and it really shouldn't say torn effect because there's no effect about it. It's flat out torn. That's all there is to it. So, we're going to be using the Glossy Dots assortment, and I want to be clear, because they're shiny, right? And with them being shiny, I don't know about you, but when stuff has a gloss to it, sometimes it's hard to see the true color, okay? So I want to list out the colors that are in this pack. So we've got Daffodil Delight, we have Gorgeous Grape, we have Melon Mumbo, and we have Pool Party. You can see my favorite, right? So, but I did want to say that because, I mean, obviously you can compliment, obviously the Pool Party can go probably with mint macaron, with all kinds of things, because the shade will be lighter, darker, and it's enough off. But, I just wanted to tell you what actually the colors are, so that way you know for a fact. And it's listed in the catalog, but I'll be honest with you, I get excited and then I forget to look down below. So I had to physically go look because I'm like, those are pretty, I want them. And then later on, I'll figure out what they coordinate with. So, Gina, no, honey, you're not going to order them. And here's the reason why. Your pack that should be coming tomorrow, by the way, in theory, tracking says tomorrow. We will see how this goes. I knew you liked them. So with the class that you ordered, you get a pack of these. And then instead of giving you Designer Series paper sample pack, hey Iris, I actually gave you an additional pack. So you have 2 coming, cross your fingers, in the mail like tomorrow, hopefully. Okay? So, If you need more, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, they're flying towards you or driving towards you right now. So, all right. So, you're welcome, hun. I know you had said you liked them, so I was like, instead of giving you 6x6 a whole bunch of paper that you may or may not use and it's heavy to pack since you're moving, I just figured that would be better for you. I made that decision. I hope you like it. And I hope it gets to you. Oh my gosh. So the only thing that Iris missed was the Glossy Dots assortment. Daffodil Delight, Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mumbo, Pool Party are the 4 colors in it. I say that because when it's glossy, for me, it's hard to see the true color sometimes. So I wanted to make a point of saying these are the colors it coordinates with. Obviously, we could do whatever we want, but because we're gonna anyways. But there you go. All right, so let's see what else. Next week's live, I'm going to be doing scenes within a large die using the masking paper. So it's going to be new product, and it's something you probably won't want to miss because you don't want to miss me. Hello. I'm just teasing. So, all right, so for tonight, if you are participating in club order bonus, which means 50 or above, you get the bonus. This is the host code that you will need. This is good until the 31st. WK, M as in Mary, R, P as in Paul, T, Y, N as in Nancy. So there you go. Not that you can't read it, but hey. And then, question of the day, right? Hashtag prize, space, and then your answer, okay? Do you follow trends for card making? Meaning the colors, the styles, the techniques. Do you follow them on Pinterest? Do you follow a certain demonstrator? Besides me, I know, right? I'm just teasing. I mean, for me, it's all around me. So I walk into a store, like if I drive down to Target, I'm walking in and I'm going, oh, that looks like our yellow. Oh, that looks like our green. Oh, that looks like Parakeet Party. Oh, that looks like, you know. So I'm just wondering, do you follow trends or do you just do what you do and it's just what it is? You know, I'm just curious. So with that being said, the prize for tonight is 8 card bases, already cut, regular cut, Gina. They're already straight for you, honey. And 8 envelopes, white, by the way. One thing that is changing, I'm not driving up to Yucca as much, so whoever wins the prize, I'm going to be mailing it to them. So, oh, you look up the stamp. Okay, got it. I look up a little bit of everything. So I will be mailing from now on, unless you want to pick it up. And I'm going to be seeing you, I know, you know, within a day or two, then we'll talk. But, you know, okay. We'll mail it so it gets lost in the mail. Right, Gina? So, Pinterest for new layout ideas. Okay, right on. So, for tonight, I've been seeing this everywhere. I actually had something else planned, which I'll do next week. Honestly, it was like a graduation box kind of thing. But I kept seeing this, and I'm like, I gotta do it because I just have to. It was cute, you know? So we're gonna do this tonight. We're gonna do it a tiny bit differently, and I'll explain as we go. But this is called the torn effect. Okay, demonstrator place. Got it. So demonstrator planning place, the Facebook page, or do you mean the Stampin' Connection, Miss Pam? I'm just curious. Because honestly, I forget about Stampin' Connection until I'm looking for something. Yeah, it's just how it is. So, so this is what we're going to do tonight. Are we ready? I hope so. So, all right. So for tonight, I have a thick, basic white. Ah, got it. Thank you, hun. So if you don't know, if you're part of the team, if you're a demonstrator, doesn't mean you need to demonstrate, but you do get access to some pretty great resources to get even more ideas if you didn't have enough already. So, so thick, basic white cardstock, okay? This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Yes. I hope so. Yes. I'm so used to doing the long and skinnies. I've been doing a lot of those. And so I'm like, let me just double check. I love it when your brain goes, don't you? So, yeah. All right. And then I have a piece of, I believe it's Pool Party. This is cut at, oh, for heaven's sakes, we're just going to do this. 5 by 3 3/4, okay? It'll all be on the tutorial tomorrow. And the reason why it's messing me up is because this piece, now this is part of the Host Designer Series paper that you can do. And this is cut at 3 by 5 1/4, okay? But we're going to trim this down. So not going there. And then this is 5 1/4 by 4, I believe it is. Yeah, that is a wow, isn't it? I'm actually working that up for a possible class. So yeah, I did see that. So all this is going to get trimmed down. So as we go, I will tell you sizes and whatnot. So one thing different though, okay? And I want you to notice this when we do it for this next one. All right, so this one, this mat was cut, this bottom Pool Party mat was cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And then this little piece here was only cut about this wide, but it was cut all the way across at 5 inches, okay? This next one, I believe I'm gonna leave at 5 1/4 and actually hang it over and see how different it looks, okay? Probably a little more piecey, and I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. So just, I want you to notice that there's little nuances that change, and that those can make a huge difference, right? So, so let's see here. So instead of 5 1/4 by 4, we're gonna do 3 3/4 by 5, which that's already cut too, so I'm good. And then this guy should be 5 1/4, and this is cut to 3 inches, but honestly, however wide you want to go, but make sure it's wide enough that when you're tearing, you don't see the edge. That's the big thing with this, okay? So you gotta make sure it's wide. It doesn't need to be the whole width, but it needs to be wide enough. So if you're only doing this little tiny bit, you only need like 1.5 inches. But whatever your space is gonna be, add about 1/2 inch to, okay? And like me, I'm not gonna measure, I'm just gonna do it, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna do it at a little over 3 inches because just to be safe, okay? So it's just me and how things go, okay? So for the white piece, I'm actually going to cut this down quite a bit because I want this to, I want the mint macaron, or the Pool Party, sorry, I keep confusing those for some reason, but anyways, the Pool Party, I want that to show, so I'm actually going to cut this down some. So this was cut at 5 by 3 3/4. So this one, I'm going to cut at 4.5. And then if you want to keep these for pendants or, you know, that kind of stuff. So 3/4 in, 3/4 of, let's see, 4.5, that would be 1 inch in. Oh, math, right? Huh. Okay. So there's my front. Okay. So my front ended up being, let's make this clear. For the mat, 5 by 3 3/4. Put a tab, pull out. Yeah, that's a different card though. We've done those, and we'll do those again, I'm sure. And then the top mat is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So, okay. All right. So I've got my base. And then you're going to glue your mat on. And let's see here. Okay. So you're going to glue your mat on. Here's the fun part. So I'm going to glue this down, and because it hangs over, I'm like, do I want it flush or do I want it centered? I think I want it centered. I might just flush it. That sounded bad, didn't it? Yeah, love it. So I am actually going to go flush here, tiny bit over, and I'm just going this side of this edge, okay? If you're wondering. We'll see what this looks like. It could be bad. I don't know. And then this guy, I'm actually going to push way over here. Okay? I know. Just to be different, right? So here's the torn effect. Hey, Cheryl. Good to see you, honey. So the prize, the question of the day, do you follow trends for card making? Color, styles, techniques? On a specific platform, a specific person? I know you do all of it. So, but put it in. So tearing effect is not an effect at all. In fact, what it is guess what? You tear. It's just that simple. It really, really is. Okay? And then you go as far as you want to. Obviously not too far, because then you don't have enough space to coil anything and glue anything down. So you do this. Now, one tip, okay? Because you're curling this and it's still cardstock. So one tip I found was grab your bone folder and only the part that you're going to curl, not the entire card. You're just going to take and break down those fibers a little bit so it curls without cracking, okay? No, not just yes. Like where? Cheryl, I want other people to get ideas of possibly where to look. That's the idea, okay? So after I've curled it a little bit, I'm actually going to tear a little bit of the end off. Why? Because if you coil this and coil this and coil this and coil this and coil this, it gets a little bit too thick. And then what happens is you have this big ball at the end. And what happens with that? When you're mailing it, it gets squished and then it doesn't work. So you want to tear a little bit of it off. A little bit less than half. Okay? So I'm going to coil this down. And I'm making sure to not bend anywhere but where I want it coiled. Okay? That's important. Okay? So now I'm going to uncoil a tiny bit, and I'm just going to throw a strip of glue where it's going to end and then right before it to help it stay down. Okay? So I'm going to coil, 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 and there. There's my piece. Okay? So now I need to figure out what words I want, what this, what that, you know, all that fun stuff. I wouldn't recommend gluing this down ahead of tearing it. So you just got to be a tiny bit wobbly and it'll be fine. So we're just going to push this down here. Okay. And because of the way this card came out, I don't have that much room over here. I don't think I'm going to do You Are One of a Kind. So, happy birthday or happy for you? Which one should I do? Which one? Which one? Anybody? So how are we doing tonight? Has anybody had dinner yet? So, I have mine half cooked. Literally. So, happy for you, happy for you. Oh, got it. Okay, done. I like the font of the happy for you. So, I'm game. Let's go. So here's my happy for you. I'm going to do the same color as the mat to tie it all together. You can do whatever you want though. That's the brilliance of creating, right? So we got happy for you nailed down here. So there's that. And let's see. Well, there's no other background stuff, so I guess we have to do it in gems, right? Shucks. So, yeah. Okay. So let's grab the gems, shall we? And I loved this because, I mean, it was a shade darker than the pink and a little bit lighter, but I'm like, it all kind of went with the bicycles, Iris bicycles, just FYI. Yeah. So I loved all the colors and all the different, it just was a happy card to me. No, I'm not becoming Bob Ross. You're okay. We're not painting happy birds or whatever it is that he always said. So I'm just randomly placing some gems. Ah, yes, it has been. I saw that. I'm like, oh, I wonder who's gonna drive to go get it. So I did see that. And I gotta put a couple pool party. Remember, we got odd number to do, so I gotta count in a minute. I know, all these fun things that we gotta remember, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We gotta do one more now. Oh, bummer. Let's do another purple. Okay, so there is there is the infamous card. But see how different they look? Just by changing the words, and every tear is going to be different. I think I like the mat better this way. I don't know. Do you guys like the left or the right one better? It just makes it look totally different to me. So. So. Yeah, I got bacon half cooked. I'm doing BLT, and I pickled 3-bean salad a couple days ago, so it should be perfect. Left, left, left. Yeah, I do too. I just had to try different, so no problem. All right, so let's see. And then next week we're gonna play with the masking paper unless it's a disaster. And I need more time to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure I can pull it together. So we'll see. All right, so I'm scanning through. I'm scanning through for the prize. So if you have not done it yet, this is last call, okay? So I've got Gina and I've got Serena. Let's see if it'll work. Yes. Okay. So I've got Gina and I've got Serena. And now it won't scroll, so I gotta do it the old-fashioned way and make it go. Always an interesting. Always, always. And then we've got Lisa. Lisa and Pam and Penny. And that's about as much as my brain can hold for the minute. Ah! Alright. And Lisa, Pam, Penny. Cheryl, did you add to yours? You needed to. Barbara. Iris. I hadn't scrolled all the way to the bottom if you have, so. Barbara, Iris. All right, Cheryl, if you want to be included, you got to give me a little more detail than yes. I'll wait. I'm looking for, like, where you go and what you do, those kind of things. Alrighty. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. Yeah, if you ever ask who to follow besides me, I know, right? We could combine the two. If you ever need ideas of who to follow besides me and I run out of ideas, I'll ask Cheryl because she follows some different people than I do. So, all right, Miss Cheryl, where's my drum roll, honey? Waiting on my drum roll. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, Tina is good. I'm not going to be putting them up here because that's, you know, this is my video. But if anybody ever has any questions about who to follow, please contact me, let me know, because there's several depending on your style and depending on what's going on. So, right? Exactly. I'm like, it definitely needs to be on the edge or something. All right, so drum roll. We did that already. So, let me flip back here. Push the button. Miss Pam, you win the card bases and envelopes, my dear. There's always a delay, honey. It's always fun. It's about almost a full 10 seconds. So I always am trying to run with it, and sometimes it's obvious and sometimes it's not. So Miss Pam, if you're still on, let me know you're still here. Because if you're not, we're going to push the button again. You got to be on. Miss Pam, where are you? So, yay, there we go. All right, so I will get those in the mail to you since I am not driving to Nevada anytime soon, my dear. And I will remind you, follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. Why is that important? That's my blog. Why is that important? Because nowadays you can do really innocent things and end up in Facebook jail, and it's just fun. So I had probably, it's been about a month now. I posted a birthday card and they flagged it for not being in community standards, and I was off of Facebook for 24, 48 hours, something like that. And Joel just ended up quoting somebody famous, and they flagged it for violence. So just be aware that it's a free platform and things happen. We'll just say that. So if you want to be sure to get everything, follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com, because I pay for that and it better not be shut down. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great evening and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.